Yo, y'all see I'm pulling out another Hunter x Hunter episode video. Not a review, just some thoughts on certain things. This video's gonna be relatively quick because y'all, it's just sweet, simple, to the point of that Hunter x Hunter episode 126, one of the best episodes in the series, bar none. One of the most meaningful episodes you can come across. Okay, I'm not as hyped as some are, but nonetheless, this was greatness. This was greatness just like the last one. Yo, I didn't know the fight was gonna end in this episode. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't know the fight was gonna end. I thought they might have pulled out a third episode. No, dog. No, dog. The fight took a minute, man. Over 1,000 blows were thrown. Netero somehow representing humanity, and Meryem the King finally learning his name, somehow representing the Chimera Ants. Except it's more complex than that. It really is. I mean, other reviews talk about that, so you can go ahead. For example, King of Lightning, he talks about that jazz. Now, yeah, this dude Netero, Chairman Isaac Netero, you knew the fight was serious when this dude went from first hand to third hand, skips, jumps all the way to 99th hand, pummels him in. He pulls out 100 hand, which I forgot. He pulls out something called the zero hand. But before I talk about the zero hand, let me talk about what went down in this. Yo, this fight, man. First of all, I do death matches. And in case people don't understand what I mean by death matches, watch this episode. This is what a death match means. It's not simply going all out. It's pulling everything. And I continue to talk about fighting IQ. Okay? Talk about your intelligence in the fight. This is what I'm talking about. Beautiful example. What both Netero and Meryem were pulling out. Unbelievable. Netero, you know, reading his opponent, reading what the strategies that or basic, pretty much one strategy that that the king was pulling out, right? He's bouncing. He's like, all right, I'm adjusting your speed. I'm gonna bounce. I'm gonna get hit. But see, here's what the king was analyzing. He like, just like good Gungi. He's like, yo. Every human has a bias. It's like a subconscious, like innate thing towards certain choices. Even though he's got like 100 hand and a bunch of techniques, it's almost infinite. Almost, not completely infinite, but the time it'll take me to figure out all the holes, nah, that's too much. So I gotta look for that one needle among the million, one needle in the haystack, one thread, and then fit that, and boom, it's over. I'm getting this fool. So that's what his plan was. He was bouncing and using phenomenal speed and relying a boatload on his durability. Now there's a thing that was stated, I believe it was by the king himself, and maybe Netero, but it was clearly stated: speed, skill, and endurance. Now, like I said, the strategy and you know, that was a part of this match, obviously. But that endurance part, let me break it down what endurance is, because I also do death matches. Endurance is a combination of stamina, durability, as well as focus. And Netero gave a light to that focus part because he said, you know, patience. Now, there used to be a show, a sort of more or less game show that was on TV. It was teenagers. It used to be called Endurance. Go check that out. It's phenomenal. It's like Survivor, but different, and at times better. Understand this. Now, there would be challenges that sometimes would rock like this. Okay, well, you just had the mental to just keep going. You just had to, come on, man. Sorry, this thing keeps popping up. Anyway, it became mental. And that's where a lot of this was. Every time Netero slipped, he lost a limb. First it was his leg, he like closed that thing up. Like he did like this, palm, he closed that thing up. Then it was his arm. And he's like, but yo, he said that beast is up. You think I gotta pray with 2 hands? And then in his mind, it comes from the heart. That was beastly. That's why it was the whole foreshadow with the heart action going there. But yeah, man. That zero hand. And it also goes to something I was saying about Cypher Boy is just zero. CP0, Others I read Isaac Asimov, even though his Foundation series is phenomenal, it's legendary. He made also the laws of robots. Like, he had to go back and make a zeroth law. Like, anything it appears, if you know Torko, don't mean to be a spoiler, but the zero biotype, anything, it's a common theme throughout fiction that zero is above all. Like, it's this ultimate, you know, higher up thing. This thing quit popping up. Anyways, sorry if you keep hearing thing, because the thing keeps popping up. It's annoying. Regardless, yo, that zero had everything, and it wasn't enough. But it didn't matter, because the king had Meryem in checkmate from the get-go, from the beginning of the fight, because he knew he'd probably have to lose his life. He knew he'd probably have to give up his life. What does he do? He already had a bomb implanted in him. And if he uses final breath, it's a freaking what we call weapon of mass destruction, almost equivalent of a nuke. And Meryem realized this. He realized this right before it happened. These two intelligent men, like, yo, man. But yo, Meryem's durability. This dude got hit after all these thousands of punches, barely feeling jack. This dude didn't even pull out a nin ability, man. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable. What I witnessed, man. What I witnessed. Unexpected Warner, like, comment, subscribe. Tell me your thoughts on this episode. Y'all know it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Yo, the animation. I'm not a big dude that usually gets on the animation, but yo, it was just dynamic, just beautiful at times. I mean, the whole role situation, just the going back and forth, the changing, the cosmic contrast. They're just the depiction of the hunter type golden Buddha goddess, the Guadasedfa, whatever that is, right? Bodhisattva or something like that. I mean, Meryem, and the respect. Here's another thing: the respect that these dudes paid to each other. The fact that Meryem talks about the rhythm, like, yo, they just the fighting aspects of this, just the ideological backing of it. You know what I'm saying? The bit of philosophy, the character development of Meryem. He's like, yo, we're gonna just quarantine the humans. We're gonna go and take some. He recognized that humans are madly important. You know, they're more powerful than what it seems. And it's not just Nen, it's not just their intelligence, but humans. But he's like, yo, we gotta be careful with these dudes, because their individuality is too great. They got these egos and all these things, just too much for the Chimera Ant, like, you know, for us to really take in. But you have to also consider what I was about to say. One thing, apparently there's a couple translation action going on. Like, apparently Netero talking about you can't underestimate human mouths, but I prefer what they said in this one. You can't underestimate the evolution of humans. Now, evolution not in the sense of, like, humans haven't really changed from how we act, the way we do and things, but there's different aspects in which we have evolved. In some cases devolved, but in other cases have evolved. With that being said, I like that translate or, you know, interpretation of the events, because of what Meryem said about Chimera Ants. You know, I'm the ultimate, you know, I'm the pinnacle of what our species has tried to tried to create throughout its lifespan. And the king's like, yeah, I mean, Netero's like, yeah, don't get cocky, kid. Don't get cocky, you insect. But yeah, that's all I gotta say for this one. The Unexpected Wonder. Like, comment, subscribe, tell me your thoughts once again, and till next time, y'all. Peace. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night.